Are you working on a big project and you've run into a bit of a stall because you're not sure how to finish an aspect of it? Maybe you've written a book and you need an editor or a proofreader, or you just need help maybe with promotions or social media, graphics and design. There are two major companies that are covering this type of temporary help and work called Fiverr and Upwork. And in today's video, I'm going to share the benefits and the strengths of each and the weaknesses of each.
Hello, I am Marie Contreras. For the last 20 years, I have been a vintage and antique collectibles reseller on eBay. For the last 5 years, I have run my own pet care business. I write a weekly blog about pet care, and I recently wrote my first book about caring for dogs. I make videos on this channel about growing a small business, saving money, and living life on your own terms. If this sounds like something you would enjoy, stick around. I hope you enjoy what I created for you.
First, I'm going to go over the overview of Fiverr. Fiverr is an Israeli online marketplace for freelancers. It has been around since 2010. Services offered on the site include writing, translation, graphic design, video editing, programming, and much more. If you can think of a digital need for your company, there is someone on Fiverr that wants to help fill that need. When Fiverr first launched, everything was $5. In 2013, in response to outcry from graphic designers about low pricing, Fiverr lifted the $5 base price and allowed freelancers to set their own pricing. My personal experience with Fiverr started with graphic design. It is great for every kind of graphic design imaginable. Whether you're doing a promotion for a blog post or a YouTube video or a book, there is a graphic designer that is happy to help you for a very affordable price. I used them. The first time that I used Fiverr was when I first started my pet care business. I had a logo design that I had already created that I liked, but to upload the logo in a lot of places where a logo is needed, I needed to have it in a vector format. I had no idea how to convert it to vector format, so I went on to Fiverr. I paid somebody $5 to convert my logo into vector format, and they adjusted it and resized it a little bit, and it worked everywhere that I needed a logo in that format. I've also used Fiverr for promotions of my book and different mock-ups and things like that. They're really good at stuff like that. More recently, I designed my book cover myself, but I didn't like the design of the spine and the back cover. I liked the front cover, so I sent my design to a book cover designer and I had them spruce it up for about $60. And they reformatted it so that it was the right size. I have also used Fiverr designers for my book promotion graphics. I paid $20 for a 6-pack of designs. The pricing for all the gigs, what they call the work assignments, was very fair and extremely competitive. There are still plenty of things you can get done for only $5, but the platform has grown and expanded quite a bit, so the pricing varies along with it. Writing gigs are very popular on the site now too. You can hire someone to write a blog post for your website for around $10 to $20. Fiverr has people all over the world providing the work, so if you want a writing project completed, making sure that the writer or designer speaks your language, literally, is critical. The quality of the work varies greatly. There have been a few things that I've ordered on Fiverr where the work was very poor. Fiverr has a money-back guarantee, so in the case where the work just isn't, it's just not the quality that you need, you can cancel the assignment and you can go with someone else. You have a money-back guarantee as a buyer that if the work isn't up to your standards, you don't pay for it. You pay the money up front and they hold it in escrow, but they don't release it to the person who's working on it until you have signed off on it. Upwork is also a marketplace for freelancers and also has people all over the world working on the platform as Upwork since 2015. Upwork is currently based in Santa Clara and San Francisco, California in the United States. Overall, the quality of the work submitted through the Upwork platform, in my opinion, is superior to Fiverr. This is reflected in the pricing. Upwork has more professional talent, and the overall pricing is higher, while still being quite competitive for the caliber of work being done. With Upwork, when you need a project completed and have selected the freelancer, you pay in advance and the payment is held in escrow, just like Fiverr, until final approval of the project. You have the opportunity to request revisions, and satisfaction is guaranteed. I personally have used Upwork to find my book editor, which I paid $500 for, Kindle and paperback book formatter, which was $200, and audio narration talent, which was $650 for the Audible version of my book. Today's video is sponsored by Good Dogs, a foolproof guide for having happy and healthy dogs. Yes, I wrote this book. I don't have any real sponsors yet, but this is a great book. If you have dogs or you know somebody who has a dog, you can find it on Kindle, in paperback on Amazon, and now it's also available on Audible, so you can listen to it while you're driving around. Anyway, back to today's program. The way to save money on both Fiverr and Upwork is to determine your budget for a gig and post a request. You can also go directly to freelancers' profiles and hire them, but their prices are often higher. I have noticed that when I post a gig, many of the more expensive freelancers will bid on the job and will be cheaper than the pricing on their profiles. If graphic design is what you're looking for, I would go to Fiverr. Fiverr has a lot more graphic designers at affordable price points, and they'll get the job done. If you want something of a higher caliber, maybe more complicated, something a little more professional, I would lean towards Upwork. They both have their strengths. Fiverr's strength is definitely low price, high quantity, and Upwork is more quality and higher price. But there's a place for both. I used both on my book. The graphics on my book, the cover on my book, the promotion on my book, I got from Fiverr. But the editing, the proofreading, the audio, things that mattered more to the book and were more integral, I got it from Upwork. And I think there's definitely a place for both. Upwork doesn't really they're not as competitive on graphic design at all. They have graphic designers, but they're much more expensive. And for the quality that you're getting, I would definitely go to Fiverr for that. Now, also on each of those platforms, you can also work for them as a freelancer. It's very easy to sign up for both. As a freelancer on Fiverr or Upwork, the competition is fierce. You need reviews to win gigs, and to get reviews, many new freelancers will have unbelievably low prices. This is what you are competing against. After you get your first few reviews, it gets easier, and many freelancers will raise their prices once they start getting more gigs and have more reviews. There are millions of freelancers on the site, so bring your A game if you want to compete for gigs on either site. Signing up as a freelancer is easy and quick. There is no waiting period. Once your identity and banking information is verified, your selling profile will be live. Fiverr will rate you based on your response time, completion times, and other factors. So be quick to respond or your ratings will fall. There are freelancers earning multiple six-figure incomes on both sites, so it is not impossible to get started on either site as a freelancer. If you've used Upwork or Fiverr on a recent project and you have additional information other than what I shared here, please drop it in the comments below. And if you work on either of those and you'd like to share some tips on either how to get started or how to get the most for your money, drop that in the comments too. I would love to share the information and see what you've got. Have a great day.
If you enjoyed this video, nudge the like button. If you would like to see more like this, consider subscribing. If you would like to read the blog or check out my new book, I'm going to leave links to them in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye till next time.